onto red side. Still going to see the Kiana band away.
One day. Kuro doesn't get the pleasure of it because he kicked the butts of DMO. And that was only very recently. So still fresh in the minds of JDG. But hey, as we're going into game number 3, look at the pick and ban.
This time it's different. A lot less band away from the top side, actually. So Zoom is going to have a little bit more freedom.
See, though, you know what that means? We're back into the late.
Yeah, I want to see the punishing picks come out for JD Gimme. Yagao plays a very mean LeBlanc. I want to see if he can go that far down the rabbit hole for early aggression.
Zoom's picked this up before, though, Clement.
Zoom has played it twice, but I have to say both showings were pretty inconsequential.
Okay.
He was countered in lane. I don't think Mordekaiser is something you want to pick up early. It's much better as a later pick.
This is his kind of music, though. You know, this is like on the edge of a Pentakill album.
Nah, this is way too mild.
Oh, is it?
If you're a hard rock fan, you need like death metal choruses going through.
This has got some rad electrical guitar. I don't know what you're talking about. Just listen to that.
Mordekaiser has much heavier tastes. I will just say that.
He plays with strings of death, you know?
Varus is a great one. I love this champion. I think we don't see enough of Varus. Strong in lane, great engage coming from the AD carry position.
Yep.
A lot of comps these days are actually just lacking hard engage. Now that top laners, you don't see any more tanks.
And remember that this is a poke that could add to JDG because the Viruses we see in the LPL, it is tendently that lethality Virus. With ADD picking up Gateplank, though. Let's shift gears.
That is the least creativity I've seen from Coach Sin. He's just copying the JD Gaming comp.
Yeah, he's like, well, they did it well. Why can't we?
It's like, what do we draft? Oh, these aren't my notes? That was the last game's ban pick? Damn.
JDG changing things up, though. And what I was saying before.
No, please, no.
Yeah,
no,
he will.
No.
He will.
No. This is better.
Okay, I'm upset. Fun fact, Zoom did play a hell of a lot of Yorick.
I don't want to see Silas and Yorick in the same game. That was a 3-hour affair the last time it happened.
No, wasn't it? That would be fixed, though, Clement, surely.
I hope so, I hope so.
Because the Double Maiden absolutely destroyed League of Legends for at least a patch.
Yes. This one actually works out well, fine for me as well. I think Aatrox actually does have that Infernal Chain, so it's easy to gank for.
Sure. And
you do have a lot more damage. You do out-trade in that one. So this one is actually much more favorable. And the Zed being taken away.
The Zed ban.
Look at Coach Sim.
He's like, those aren't in my notes.
Better safe than sorry.
Now, you know what you're going to see next, Clement? Fiddlesticks or Volibear? Which one? Which one's going to be banned?
Because,
you know,
Tom Kench is much more... we usually see Tom Kench paired up with the Varus.
Yep.
And this fits their wheelhouse a lot better. I think BLG will take that one away.
Because remember what I was saying, it's poke Virus, it's Comet, it's lethality. A lot of the time that has been the go-to, but depending on composition, they might need the on-hit to come through for him. And it seems to be more his style too, so what is it paired up with?
The poke.
Yep, goodbye.
Yeah.
Just
There's no other support that really pairs up with Varus as well as Tom Kench.
Fiddlesticks. Fear Ultimate. Oh!
What? It's mid lane Varus.
Or, hang on, didn't we see Jungle Kaiser over in the LCK?
Did you see how much of a trauma this brought on to him?
Oh,
he's
man.
like,
Where's Coach
Varus,
Sim?
where have I seen this before?
Where's Coach Sim's face? Like, that's all that matters.
Wow, this is getting intense.
What do you pair? So, if that's a Kaiser locked in, remember, they like bottom lane Kaiser with Fiddle.
That's true. It's the Terror Party combo. You get a Terrify on someone and then Killer Instinct. You can instantly fly onto them. We've seen that in the playoffs. Worked miracles, but Fiddlesticks doesn't do that well against the Mork.
Yeah, that's right. You can see that Shinmo picked this for one purpose only, to stop this, but Lumao...
Is he still going to force it?
He loves the champion so much, Clement. Or do you pick up the Leona? Oh, we were talking about this. And it's just going to fit in so nicely. What's it going to be? Lumao, yes! Even better!
So the difficulty in this one is you have to surprise them with the Terrify, or they're just going to Black Shield it. And you don't really have the Dark Wind damage in early levels enough to take away the shield. You're just going to have to play on the fact that Dark Wind has a much lower cooldown.
I mean, he's not going to be in lane ever, so he doesn't have to deal with the bottom lane Caitlyn Morgana.
I think you have to be in lane when you're playing
He just
against
leaves
Morgana
Imp,
Caitlyn.
1v2. Just let Imp die, because it's worth. In all seriousness, yeah, you do have to be in there. And I think another part of our focus should be towards the fact that Yagao is playing Varus mid, and it's been a while since we've seen like an 80 carry apart from Lucian flex over to the mid lane.
The first one I was thinking about when Varus mid
What?
was 2015 when Imp was on that team.
Oh,
That's the game they got disqualified on. So you can see the PTSD starting to surface on Imp. He's like, I need to take a drink for this. Why is this coffee?
Why does it taste so sour? Oh, I like though, again.
It's a good idea.
Yes, because, you know, Varus will win this lane. Like, he'll be able to deal with the poke that Azir's able to put forward.
What did I tell you? I told you Mr. Yagao's got some cheese up in that backpack.
That you did. But you are so darn right. And coming into this third game, we've got a treat of a composition, but this time it's not, hey, let's just get to late game. But JDG, they have a window. They need to hit it with the Varus. They need to make sure that they're able to get that mid game under their wing, because otherwise, BLG will rinse and repeat like they've done every game of this series and hit those conditions themselves.
BLG have an insane scaling composition. All of these lanes, if they get ahead, they will consistently shove you out, take your towers, and if you let them do that, they can sit on their advantage all the way till 35 minutes. Very hard to contest them on that. But on the other hand, JD Gaming, they do need to get some snowballs going. Aatrox and Varus are great for that.
I'm going to say Luamau needs to make his way somewhere. The Varus will be the focus here as mid lane. If Kuro's able to hold out, then it's bad news for JDG. But let the tempo begin. Let game 3 kick it off as BLG and JDG close this one out. Now, Clement, I have to bring something up because it's hilarious. Just off the back of LGD being noisy. So I had a brisk through, just a glance at my computer walking past, and someone quoted, "Please dodge, I'm in promo." For JDG.
It's fine.
That's hilarious.
Look, if you guys haven't seen Yagao play, he is the master of poke champions. Zoe, Jace, and now Varus. This is completely in his wheelhouse, okay? You're in good hands.
And then look at this, JDG with this early game damage. Say, hey, let's go for the invade. This is going to be a Raptor start by Flawless, while Meteor has to go by himself and has begun on the Wolves. Flawless going to get the bottom side clear.
Oh, and you have to love this when you are on a Karthus and you just get to start on the enemy side jungle. If he's far enough ahead, he can then swoop back and do his own red side. That's such a massive EXP lead. Whew.
Already heavy trades going on this top side of the map. Zoom at half health, 80, they're going to chuck a potion. And looking at the runes quickly for Yagao, who's about to get ganked. He's got Comet, but he's just destroying Kuro. He's just going to come in, flash and burn. Yeah, that's what I want. Early action.
Thumbs up from Yagao, but unfortunately no one there to see it. And I have to say, this is still in favor of BLG for sure. They're going to have to control over the mid lane, and that's going to transition into Sylas getting that vertical jungle, and Zoom is going to have a sad face.
And remember what we said about this early game is that for Jin Zhao and Shinmo, like, they would have a difficult time, but with the vertical jungling from Karthus, maybe Luamau can actually make that roam.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So trading a bit of everything here. And like you were saying, the bot lane that should have been able to push up, not able to.
So good news there is for Zoom, it's going to be quite the opposite, as you mentioned before, Clement. Towards the top side, Meteor went to Krug straight away, abandoned the red for now, and is just going to clear that and maybe threaten with ADD backing off. Has teleport available if he needs to use it, but it seems like walking to lane will be the go-to. And then I just turn my eyes back to the mid lane. Yagao out of mana, but Kuro almost out of health.
It's so difficult as a Azir to play against this earlier on. The poke damage is just relentless. We saw the Comet build and also the mana flow ban. I believe it was Transcendence being thrown in there as well. So just want to exacerbate the amount of skill shots he's going to be throwing.
Zhao and Shinmo still getting shoved under here as well. And I think that this game, a lot to focus on, but it will be the mid lane once again as Yagao. helps Flawless get here, and Kuro just walks out. He takes no damage on the response. Even the arrow misses around. So Kuro, this is all he has to do. Survive in lane, withstand the pressure, and he'll be just fine.
Oh, that has to feel bad for Flawless. He was looking for that stack. If you got him below 50% health, a lot of times in pro play, we actually see the Karthus just walk up the lanes. Like, there's no chance of a kill, but he's like, I'll touch you. I'll touch you.
We'll get something out. Falls back to the Raptors, though, back to where he started. And if you notice something about the jungle clear, Meteor has not picked up the red buff on the top side now. That might be to delay timers, as it will mean that there is something for him to walk up to, something for him to contest if Flawless walks there and stops the vertical jungling. But he doesn't want to do that. Bot is so under his wing right now that JDG feel pretty good.
Yeah, and that was a great sidestep in the top lane coming from ADD. Takes away Zoom.
Making the gank happen. But remember, it's a Karthus, so there you go. One more. Gank.
He just wants the stack.
Yeah, he got the stack. He'll actually burn. Hang on, he's getting more. This is so annoying. Flawless just won't let them leave. Shinbo finally lands a binding, and Jinjiao's going to turn it around. He flash away. What the hell was that?
That's a bit much for a stack, I have to say.
Nah, worse. Got the dark
Look
armor.
at Flawless. I think he was smiling there. He's like, okay, that was a little
He
troll.
moved the camera down from his computer. He's like, they're not looking at me this game.
He almost paid with his life on that one.
That was something. And suddenly, for the Karthus that was so insistent on vertical jungling, we'll have to see where he goes next, because Meteor has moved back down here, picks up the Krugs, and hasn't gotten that red buff. It's still sitting there, so Flawless has a buff to go and pick up and reset the map.
Look at this rotation. The Karthus is going to be so far ahead in EXP. Red side provides you with much more experience compared to the blue side, and he took away the second rotation from Meteor. Meteor hasn't done the same, so that's a massive EXP difference.
He's just let it go, but Meteor is not interested at the moment. He's going to wait here anyway.
Don't do it, Flawless. Don't
Level
do it.
5.
Goodbye, Flawless.
Binding doesn't connect, though. The Abscond Abduction. It's a 3 versus 1 as Fiddlesticks has joined the party. First blood. Ult from Kuro, though, to turn it back around, and Lumel is still alive.
They got it.
The Fiddlesticks stands still, then flashes over the wall. 2-for-1 special. Over to JDG.
And this is just the power of Lumel Fiddlesticks. He's everywhere on the map. Coming out of the brush for the surprise. And unfortunate for BLG, they actually missed the initial Dark Binding. I think if that landed, they could have gotten out with just the kill. That's a very happy Flawless. That's 2 sacks.
Yeah, kill over to Flawless means good things as Lumel returns to lane, feeling pretty good about himself. And we'll have another look at this one because Flawless walks in.
This is so close.
Best bait of his life.
Yeah, really good dodge on his part, and then Lumel comes in.
Wow.
He doesn't get taken out. First blood. Kuro is in a bad position to finish off that kill, and the Skittle finds him.
Yeah. Also, hitbox from Yagao was insane. Like that, just the tip of it. Hit for the first blood. So Lumel benefiting off that, and Yagao picks up an assist and a serrated Dirk on his first back. Kuro, that lane, I'm so sorry, even with your kill, that's still going to be rough.
It is to be expected. For now, JD Gaming look like they're going to continue on to the vertical jungle path, putting a lot of pressure on this bot side.
Yeah.
I actually like this idea a lot. Recently, we've been seeing the Caitlyn lanes just getting out of control and then being able to swap around the map.
But what did we say about the early game, Clement? If you could force BLG, they get put out of their comfort zone, and a lot of the time it ends up being to their loss.
Against BLG, the best way to play is always to go crazy and hectic early on.
And who's the craziest pick right now? Fiddlesticks. Or Aatrox.
Wow.
Yeah, ADD just got pummeled.
Yeah, but ADD had some really good footwork. He dodged out on all of the knockups in that ensuing trade.
True.
Still impressed by that lane, and he's actually up in CS.
Well, for now, still getting pushed underneath the turret. Zoom doesn't have TP to join any of these trades, and that means lanes go on in the fulfilling way as ultimate use there. Burned immediately. Kuro just cleanses out and walks out. So summoner down for ult by Yagao.
Favorable trade on his part, and we have to be very aware of the Requiem incoming as well.
This red buff, this is the first red buff on this side of the map that's going to be taken at 8 minutes. So Flawless is like, yep, it's reset. I'll get it now, but it was there all along. Can't believe that was just so long. Jungle even reset towards the bottom side. for Meteor. But you talked about experience, Clement. You're dead on the nail there. Meteor is a level behind, and the CS for Flawless, once again, Akarthus is kicking ass in the jungle.
Yeah, I really like the Karthus priority. It's been stabilizing a lot of games, making them just go at a steadier pace.
Yep.
Meteor spotted on his way in. Not going to go for it.
Chain Lash to come down. Falls nearby. Has the Requiem as well. And Lumel, look at him. He waits. Prehistoric Fiddlesticks. Or Mecha Fiddlesticks. I think it's Mecha. Yeah, Mecha.
I love the Fiddlesticks passive. It is so thematically...
So dumb. Like,
what? It's great thematically. If he stays still in a brush for a while, he gets extra movement speed, and then he comes waddling out.
But you know what the movement speed is? It's like if you were just walking steadily, you'd probably get there by that time anyway, because you have to wait so long to get it.
The key thing is the surprise factor.
Do you get it when you're auto attacking like this?
I don't think so.
You do.
Oh wow.
You do.
Okay, I'm not
good.
a fiddle player.
Hit the ward again. Don't move. Look at him go. Can you imagine if someone in real life walked like that? You'd think there's something wrong with him. Oh, he's on a ward! Ladies and gentlemen, that is called the Fiddlesticks ward. Perfectly placed by BLG's bottom lane as Ace in the hole to come down on him. While Dragon's being done by Flawless and an Ocean Dragon. Oh. Yeah. Good job. Infernal coming next.
Good timing by JD Gaming. They realize that the blue buff is up for BLG, so they have a numbers advantage on this side of the map. Instant Ocean Drake, that's going to help Zoom a lot in the top lane. He actually has not been doing well here.
I mean, he did almost force out the Gangplanks before, but you're right, it's stabilized back over to ADD. And that's because of what have we talked about in the last game. The Sheen makes such a big difference in this lane. So ADD able to force him out a little bit more. World Ender not going to be too big in the 1v1 unless he can find himself the trade. There's Meteor going to be punched out in the Skittles. Starting to hit down pretty hard from Flawless.
I'm really surprised that Meteor actually has a level lead in this one. Wow.
Oh yeah, actually, he's regained that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He started farming it out, and it's because Flawless has been making plays like this, trying to insinuate vertical jungling once again, when BLG's bottom lane is stabilized, when the mid lane is okay, and when people like Meteor himself are closer towards that first item.
This is very interesting because it's forcing Caitlyn in such
Chain
a weird
corruption,
Whoa.
flash Skittles down, wow! Execution 101 for JDG.
No Requiem required, just the double flash and he instantly dies. You had the cleanse the last time, but it's so difficult to get out of Avara's CC chain because his Q animation looks so similar to his ultimate animation.
That was beautiful. That was
Kuro
so
had the
clean
flash.
from
He
JDG.
didn't have the response time. Like, you just don't know if it's a Q or it's the R.
Yeah.
If it's the Q, you don't want to flash, but if it's the R and you don't flash, you die.
Yeah. So unfortunate for Kuro, and Meteor takes the Q himself. Damage starting to come out big out of Yagao, who will surely have the Youmuu's Ghostblade after picking up that kill. And for JDG, they get the Rift Herald. They're going to pick this up. Fiddlesticks comes in with the Crow Storm. Lumel, look at the blades! Flying all over the place as Fiddle Diddle run away, dodges the Dark Biting. Catabrand's going to come through.
Meteor
This is the Requiem out as well, but look at Lumel goes golden. Shinmo's coming in with the Biting, but he fears Meteor on the way back. The ultimate has already been used, and he sends the birds between as JDG corrupt on top, but Kuro starts auto-attacking away. He finds flaws, but Kuro forced the flash as well. Here it comes, the piercing arrow doesn't connect. And Imp, yeah! He doesn't need to ult either, he flashes into.
Very good hold on Imp. It dodges out on the Conqueror's Divide, and JDG win across the map. How many kills was that? That was 3 kills on towards the top side, and they pick up the Herald.
So for JDG, the tempo is theirs again, but so rightly so. They've been productive in this early game, and let me just state it. Who is it because, Clement? Because this Fiddlesticks is ballsy.
Yeah, he waited in the corner. I'm telling you, Lumel is the only Fiddle I will accept in my draft phases. And he played this really well as well. Dodged out on 2 ultimates, essentially, with a single perfect timing. Gets the Terrify and Silence back. Nothing Meteor can do. He didn't even cast an ability going back in that one.
That Dark Wind was so annoying. Of course, Zoom picked up the reset almost here. As almost went down too. So this is the moment that was cool. Because, yep, Emperor's Divide came through, but Imp didn't have ult anyway. Just flashed in for the kill. And now with the Rift Herald in the mid lane and a big gold lead for JDG, they hold control. They're about to break this map wide open with turret plating still available.
This vertical jungle was just so smart from JD Gaming, taking away the Caitlyn
Oh,
lane.
Meteor stole a Fiddlesticks ult! Oh, but he didn't find anyone close to getting on top of Yagao. But that is the fear. That BLG's jungler will take Lumals and do it better.
Is the case.
It
still looks like they're going to take the first tower down, though. Neither Silas or Morgana should be able to stop this.
Still a lot of damage coming out of Yagao. Picked up the Yomu's Ghostblade as he approaches the turret. There it goes.
There's no ult on Silas, so they shouldn't be too afraid of stepping up like that.
Oh, God. That's right. Here we go again. Stop it. Everyone stop walking near Yagao. When he gets towards 2 items, Shinmo probably going to die from that one as the dumbest fiddlestick skin. Zap.
Even kills a butterfly on the way out. Oh, I feel so bad for
He's
that.
almost bad as, have you seen, is it Ivan? Is it the Ivan
eats
skin?
his own children.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ivan's a cannibal. Everyone's like, friend of the forest. Oh, no friend from ADD. Actually getting bullied out by Zoom, who hits level 11. That last kill did so much. ADD now in a very dangerous position. As Chain Corruption comes out from Yagao once again. There's a Requiem. Goodbye, Jinzhao. Sweet dreams.
Take out for Flawless.
More Magi stacks for Flawless as well, Clement.
I really love this Poke plus Karthus idea. It's so intelligent.
Yeah, Meteor going to steal the ult, though, onto Zoom. BLG want a response in this game, which has become so bloodthirsty. ADD walks towards him, but looking for the ult. Reset again. ADD walks in melee range and almost pays for it. Meteor trying to respond as ADD needs a parlay, and Meteor's one who finds it in the end. That was too close for comfort.
Very well done, but JD Gaming do trade something back on the bottom side of the map as well. That's already Infernal and Ocean. Ooh, a lot of control on this part. And I think we're going to see JD Gaming do the same thing that they did in the bot side. They're just going to have Yagao pop into a lane, chunk someone down to half, and then Requiem for the finish off.
It's just so easy right now for JDG. They've got a big gold lead in about 5,000. They've got all lanes winning out here. And Zoom the only one who gets bullied, but even so, holding his own against ADD.
The best idea JD Gaming had for this game was just doing the vertical jungle and putting that much pressure on the bottom side. Look at Jinzhao's build. He had to go for a Vamp Scepter just to stay in lane.
He doesn't have his first item yet.
It delayed the build so much, and the Caitlyn, have you ever seen a Caitlyn with no push priority? It just feels so bad on the pick. You go into this mid-game power trough.
In a lane that we were saying, this would be hard. You know, like JDG would have to play around this because Imp and Lumal would be forced back, and Lumal wouldn't be able to roam. But this whole game, the vertical jungling was #1, but Lumal roaming was #2 here on the Fiddlesticks. Why it's so heavily prioritized is because it plays like this. Crowstorm incoming!
Killer Instinct!
ADD! Eat an orange from the fear, but he still gets slowed down with a wall of pain. Survives for now. But that's going to open up the top lane turret. The wave coming in with a single minion. And Lumal going to wait for the next one to come.
Yeah, so Imp actually holding on to that one. Very good on his damage calculation. Wasn't that close for ADD.
That's true.
But it will force him out. And I think this tempo advantage still goes to JD Gaming. It's a 4-for-1 in the bottom side.
Oh, thank you
they're
for the
coming
leash.
in late.
Almost as well. It will open up, like I said, so even though ADD was fine, he had to back away anyway. A must-needed play here for JDG. They open up top side, bottom side the response for BLG. But look at what everything's opened up to. There's no Dragon for 3 minutes. Baron's coming up in 2.5. JDG on the right side of the map to set things up for 20 minutes.
I foresee another Elder Dragon strategy coming from BLG.
Well, they're going to need more than that this game.
They don't want to walk into the top side. That's the problem. Walking into blind territory against Lumal's Fiddlesticks is a death sentence.
Yeah.
Just look at how much they're clearing out already.
Is ADD's Gangplank as good as Zoom's? Well, Zoom wasn't forced to play from so far behind. So this is really going to test ADD and show us if he can step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Even Kura, test Kura this game. The 2 and 3 is here. That still hits that condition.
I just feel overall BLG's strategies have been a bit slow.
Easily read by JDG.
Yeah, they haven't really relied on early game aggressive plays coming in from their own side. It's just about, oh, we have shove in all of these lanes. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what happens when the enemy walks away with a lot of fights coming in River. And you think about the 3 kills that JD Gaming got, all of them from that Herald fight. It's really painful when you select a comp like this and you have to sit back most of the times.
Because from here, if a comp like this sits back, then what else are they going to lose because of the slow play? Or maybe bottom lane turret, maybe the inner and mid if it gets to that point. Baron is very available for JDG coming up in a minute. And if this team gets Baron with this comp, you're going to be fearing, like, Jin Zhao can't even stand near the turret, and Yagao is near Raptors.
Wow, double armor penetrations done already. A single Q took Jin Zhao to half HP.
I don't even think that was empowered as well.
No.
Ready, let's watch for the next one. Yagao has limited cooldown reduction. Oh, God, run away. Good reverse Requiem here. Does a bit of damage from Meteor. There we go. There's the Q. There's the E. Yagao's going to do it in 3 more seconds.
And this is very interesting for BLG. We've seen this twice in this series. If things are going rough on the other side, well, Kuro, just push your lane.
Can't TP from Yagao. Constant deniability here from JDG.
That was still a great force on Kuro's end.
That's true. Things have slowed down again, Clement.
Taking a look at the Baron control rates, it's going to be 52% for BLG, a little bit lower for JD Gaming.
Okay. Now, when you say Baron control, we talking vision? We talking Barons taken? Barons denied?
Baron control rate. So the percent of Barons you actually get throughout all of your games.
Okay,
that's
there
what
we
it
go.
means. And then we have the second stat, which is win rate when you get your first Baron. And JD Gaming are sitting at 100%.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting stat.
The Baron play might pay off. JDG so far, their security rate in Dragons has been remarkable. It's a double ocean for them. It's a mountain coming up. BLG able to open the top side of the map for themselves. So the fact that this game has slowed down, even with the gold lead, makes me think that BLG can find somewhere into this game as, yeah, we're looking top side. Well, that was going on, and a flash burnt by Yagao.
Well done on their part. This is a composition where if BLG can find a flank, there's not a lot of mobility on JD Gaming's comp.
Yep.
So I would like to see Meteor try something. Like, if Meteor can go for, I think once he gets his Zhonya's complete, he should be looking for that play.
That is a while away.
JD Gaming are going to set up a siege at some point, and they should just try to engage on the 4-man.
Are you okay with the productivity that JDG is showing you right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with their early game plan. It was really intelligent.
Well, I want to see how Zoom gets out of this one, because intelligence needed as World Ender for World Ender. Flashes away, Meteor follows up, and the slowdown with the Cannon Barrage. They need this pick onto the Aatrox as he turns back around, and ADD picks it up. That's a big pick at this time of the game.
And JD Gaming can't trade for Baron. The teleport's still available on ADD, so instead, they're just going to head for that top lane tower.
Inner turret going to drop. Flawless around the area, so it makes it hard for Kuro to defend it. Not that he's in position anyway. 22 minutes in, that's a trade-off. And BLG even looking for the mid lane turret. That would make something happen. But JDG in a flank position, so they back away fast.
Yep, I love how BLG is pushing these side lanes as far as possible. Seen this multiple times with a lot of damage on these 3.
Oh, not spotted out. Quick Baron coming in. Pings down from BLG that they're on the way, but JDG going to spot them before they even get there, and this Baron going to be so quick. I don't think they get there. Ace in the hole onto Lumao, but Baron down at 2k, 1k, getting hit hard, and going to be secured by JDG as they now look to turn for the fight, but Kuro's here in a great position. Jin Zhao flashed on top of Azim into the backline, onto Jin Zhao. He can't find the final burst of damage, but the Requiem should be able to take down the AD carry. Azim turned on, but the Caitlyn drops down. JDG come in for the fight, but they've been hit hard. BLG lose 3 members, and they don't get the trade-off. JDG get the Baron.
Requiem so clutch for Imp. It actually takes down Caitlyn before the final shots go out, and he survives in the 1v2 on the bottom side. JD Gaming, we saw the stats earlier. Once they get that first Baron, 100% win rate.
Just something to be proud of here for JDG. That I asked you, Clement, were you proud of the productivity? My personal answer was, I want to see even more. I want to see it pushed to the limit, and that will do exactly what I want. So now, Baron buff, fight. Let's take a look at how it started.
Really good preemptive drain coming out from Lumao, keeping his HP alive. And let's just watch the bot lane fight. That one was really intense with Imp trying to finish off the AD carry.
Yeah.
Flawless going for a great position. onto the Requiem, and he actually isn't stopped in time. Kuro just a little ways off, a pixel or a millisecond away from saving his team.
And that could have been everything. As we're going to look for another fight once again. Emperor's Divide is on top of the 80 carry. He can't move. They spin on top of him as Shinmo gets stunned up. Flawless on a rampage now. Majai's at 20 stacks. As here it comes. Crowstorm for Crowstorm. But Meteor is feared midway as the Kingslayer keeps him alive. Meteor should have died so long ago. Yagao has to flush out as well. And JDG making a 1-for-1 trade. Well, we're just going more fighting. The Requiem on top of ADD. Flawless, 25 stacks, and Majai's card, this works out when you don't die.
Wow. I want to see the amount of AP that Flawless is rocking right now. In the previous games, we've seen early Majai's, but this one really proves how powerful the item is when you are ahead. When you are in the snowball, I approve of this. Not when when IG
you go in and die.
Yeah.
All right, Clement, this is the 1v1, which was unfair in the end for ADD.
Yeah, a level lead already, and ADD played this very well. He actually got a double barrels down to start that one, but woo, that was 40% of his HP.
I mean, he has no MR, so he just got corrupted.
That was unfortunate on his side.
You know?
He would have won that solo.
Unfortunate. End of the day, 6-2-7. Flawless playing an awesome game. Yagao too, who just pokes down Shinmo, and Imp even ults in. The Dark Wind follows up, and Imp picks up the kill. And JDG, this game suddenly again has taken another tempo swing.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to defend this
tower.
Oh my
God.
And it's so difficult to do with the amount of poke that JD Gaming are throwing out. That's also...
Yagao, watch him. He half-healths anyone he hits. He auto-attacks, burns them down with the 3 lethality items, and Kuro right now is the only person who seems like he can contest. Another one comes through, and Jinjiao's once again to half HP.
BLG need to pick their moments while Requiem isn't up.
Zoom tried to block, and Lumao moved to the side and hit him anyway. Here it is. Okay, not this time. That's the ultimate chain of corruption from Miguel that misses.
Full members from BLG. I think JD Gaming read that very well. That they were very prone to being engaged upon.
Yep.
So they back out from that one. It's still going to be another Mountain Drake, though.
Taking everything in the kitchen sink here is JDG. And, you know, for a team like BLG, a good friend of mine once said, you know, you wake up in the morning, you open your front door, and there's a sink out there. And, you know, would you let that sink in? And for BLG this game, they're going to have to, because at this point, 10k gold behind. It requires a miracle play. The Emperor's Divide, ADD finding a chain barrel, or even stealing away Baron, Elder. Something's got to give. BLG, it will come to late game, and even then, JDG are not completely out.
Just such a smart draft coming in from Coach Holm. He actually showed the Varus in pick 3. It looked like a counter pick towards the Azir. It looked like a pick for the bottom lane,
yes,
which is where every time we saw the Varus being
but
selected.
to correct you, it was a counter pick to the Azir.
It actually was a counter pick, and they spent the ban onto Tom Kench rather than Fiddlesticks.
Yeah,
that was
all
really
the play.
sneaky.
And you're like, you won't take Fiddle down here. We got a Morgana now. And you know what he did? Lil Mao said, screw it. I'll play it anyway. And all set up by one moment in Flawless. And this is why we come back to the point where Kanavi, not better than Flawless, because Flawless has these standout games, which a lot of people miss. A lot of people see Flawless for the games where he doesn't perform like at Rift Rivals, where he has those failings. Yes, he can be inconsistent, but Flawless, when he has those games, he has the highest of highs.
For me, this one is really a lot about the coaching. The level 1 invade, vertical jungle, the pick switcheroo coming in from JD Gaming.
That's true.
I think a lot of credit should go to Home for orchestrating this one.
And like Flawless, Coach Home has received criticism in the past, but it's that, you know, the flexible manner in which he's played in the past. So, you're right, props to Home in this one. JDG, I'm just amazed how this game's gone and how it's going to go.
Waiting for the next Baron, up in 10 seconds at this point.
If they find a pick, Baron's theirs. Inhibitor turret's theirs as well. You get out. Charge it up. Whoa! Take it. It's yours. He's doing it again. What is the cooldown reduction on this man? Hit the barrel. There you go. Yep. Knight's Vow. Ready. charge the Q. As Baron started again. That's a good cannon barrage. That's a one-time use, though. Get ready. Your gal's going to hit them all as Requiem coming down. Shinmo almost dies. Heal burnt as a preemptive as Aatrox comes in for the flank. Fiddlesticks again! Here we go, Cowboys, but he's dead. Meteor takes the ult and BLG might actually find the fight. They find Yagal, they find Flawless, but Kuro gets destroyed by the Karthus. Zoom has resets on the ulti, and it's still alive. That was close for BLG, considering how far behind they are.
There's only 2 members left on for JD Gaming. I don't think they can do Baron here. Well, they have the double ocean, though, so if they wait around a while, Jinjiao still needs to go towards that section of the map.
He's still not safe here. He's pushed up very heavy in the mid lane and not spotted him. The flash over the wall zooms there as well. JDG claps them down. Go back to bed. We're going to Baron.
Okay, now they can do Baron.
Yeah,
that was a really clever clap back on their end. They know that they don't have vision inside of that brush. They come in from 3 positions, and Flawless with the perfect skittle actually takes down Xingmo before he does anything. They're just waiting on Yagao now.
Nice people. You don't get this in solo queue. Thank you so much. Baron for all 5 of JDG. And this is the JDG that made it to the finals. This is the best showing at this fight. I complimented BLG, but the Requiem started it off.
Yeah, this is a great position from Zoom. Everyone is stuck in this corner, and they're stuck with Fiddlesticks, the one person you don't want to be with in this team fight. Props to Kuro, a great Conqueror's Divide actually saves them for the most part, but that was just, that was just 1 Q away from taking down Flawless.
And taking the stacks away, Clement. You know, you want to get
stacks and preventing the Baron.
Yeah. Flawless is stuck on 25 stacks, 7-2-11. Karthus.
His AP. Yeah. Let's get a read on that 623. Oh my god. It's a 0.6 AP ratio on his ultimate as well. So.
Good to know.
Huh? I think 0.6 or 0.65.
He'd be doing at least 1,500 damage with it. You ready for it? 17. That's his level. Jinjiao's going to be tagged out. Lumao in a great position for a flank here, but spotted out by a ward. And for JDG, heading towards that bottom side, the mid side simultaneously. They cannot survive BLG with this onslaught of pushes as Requiem's going to come in again. Look at Shinmo. Gone! Good night, sweet prince. And look at BLG. Half health. The game's just over because Flawless said howdly doodly.
This is a why play Karthus 101 displayed by JD Gaming. You get an early aggressive composition. You do the vertical jungling, controlling the red side from BLG. And once he gets ahead, there's no coming back into the game.
Oh, you're going to steal the Karthus ult, see how much damage it does. A fair chunk, but Meteor is nowhere near Flawless at this point. The Requiem, half the cooldown, just about, until we see another one. But I think the game could end by that point as Zoom gets chunked out. The World Ender going to not come through as he pops into Serix. Lumao caught out BLG in their last defense. Hold on. And Shinmo's back up and available too. So the game continues trucking.
Great find on BLG's part. They get Lumao before he can react. But this Infernal Drake still going over to JD Gaming, and there's a lot of pressure being placed here on that next dragon. So JD Gaming have multiple win conditions lined up here. They don't need to force the Baron.
But I will say, the longer this holds on, the bigger opportunity that BLG can come back into this game. Because we start getting to the point where gold is irrelevant. And yes, BLG are behind 12,000, so we're far from that point. But give it another 10 minutes and you know, the Karthus ult will be negated. There'll be sufficient magic resist from BLG. And there'll be level 18 on the Gangplank. The Azir, the Caitlyn.
I'm just looking at the gold lead from the jungle position, and
how much
4,000 gold on Flawless.
There you go.
Wow.
He's been ahead this whole game.
Yeah.
Feels good. I mean, everyone's suffering from success is JDG this game.
What items do I buy? Why do I only have 6 slots?
Rough times ahead. Yagao still pumping out the damage. But like I said, we got some time to kill here for BLG, but getting them off the inhibitor turrets, that's step 1, because there's only 1 inhibitor turret left on the top side. If it breaks, defending a 3 super minion push is going to be impossible. Yagao getting poked out and launching the ult, now down from using it on Jinjiao.
BLG have to survive through so much. Oh, wow. Zoom getting with the split push down.
I don't think ADD can 1v1 him right now. The Infernal Chains are going to come through, and BLG at half health. Even with the rest of BLG coming in, look at the rest of the team at JDG. Good dodge from Zoom. Now pops into the World Ender. Requiem comes out, he flashes away, looking for Meteor. ADD almost dies. That is death incarnate. Look at BLG run for their lives.
That was a 2v4 on the bottom side of the map, and JD Gaming are going to take the final inhibitor. No Elder Drake needed in this one.
Just because a Requiem came down again. Flawless controls the game, and all you haters of this jungler are getting a good taste of what he can do when he's up.
I was one of them.
Clement, I think we all were, you know, looking at Flawless and how he performs. This game's been much better. The third inhibitor down, though. And
They just need a land poke.
And JDG in a great position, you're right. There's no rejuvenation. They've got to go back to the fountain to heal back up. And JDG now waiting for the minion waves to look to end this series.
Still looking for those skill shot landing. Imp isn't going for the AP build.
Oh my god. Your gal. Your gal pressed W and Q, and that's all she wrote. Chains Corruption land on Ji Jiao. He goes into the ulti. Lumao, in fact, just ults on in. They want to end it right now, but AD is the focus, as well as the Nexus turret. Lumao, Meteor's going for the fiddle, but the game's just ending. Zoom's had enough. It's all over. Zoom hits it once, twice, and JDG perform the miracle. Keep them